Boardroom, Chapter 10, 4109 BC. The big room was crowded. Angels were everywhere. Pops, his freshly trimmed gray hair slicked back on the sides, was up on his crystal chair just to the east of the head of the huge round golden table. Junior was seated at the head of the table, and Spirit was standing behind her husband. Pops was dressed in a perfectly fitting white suit with blue print over white shirt. He wore gold cufflinks that sparkled like his spectrum eyes. Spirit was in a platinum business suit with a white blouse and gold and silver braided scarf. Junior was dressed in an off-white suit with a brown and tan striped tie matching his deep brown eyes. At the west end of the table, Bells was coiffured in his dark green suit with navy shirt and navy and dark green tie. He'd been elected to speak for the other angels. He swept his hair back with both hands to keep it from his eyes and maintain his thick black mullet. Seated next to him was Gabriel in a navy suit with red print tie over white shirt. His blue eyes pierced the air as those of none other. On Bill's left was Adlai, and just to his left was Yuli, the latter two in black soldier uniforms. Luke stood behind them all in black suit with a black tie and black shirt. No one was smiling. "Let the meeting come to order," Junior said as he slammed down the well-worn jade gavel. He wasn't exactly sure what this meeting was about nor what to say next, but he cleared his throat and continued. "This meeting was suggested by Pop, my father, or our father. I expect there is much to say and much to hear, so let us proceed. Who wishes to speak first?" Bell slowly rose and in a stern voice said, "Mr. Speaker." Before Junior could respond, a thunderous applause commenced. It did not die down, and finally Bells, both pleased and embarrassed, called over the din, "Mr. Speaker." The applause, if anything, escalated. "Mr. Speaker," he repeated. Junior didn't know what to do. He began to slam down the gavel repeatedly and yelled at the top of his voice, "You may have the floor." Bells, along with those around him, stretched out their wings, and finally, some 20 minutes later, applause waned. "Honorable Father, Most High Mother, Junior, and friends, it has come to our attention that certain aspects of angelic life are or have become undesirable, unacceptable, and in cases intolerable." A few affirmative jeers were heard, and then applause broke out again. It was another 5 minutes before the noise died down again. "We as angels are less than happy with what we are asked and allowed to do. We can't have offspring when we wish. We have to follow plans and schedules that are often confusing and impossible." Bells talked on for another 45 minutes, detailing the desires and needs of the angelic community. He was often interrupted by vigorous applause. "And in conclusion, we ask that all our demands be met here and now at this meeting, or we will walk." This last phrase had not been rehearsed, nor was it part of the speech he, Luke, Adlai, Gabe, and Yulia had drafted. The words just came out of Bell's mouth spontaneously, but their effect was immediate and overwhelming. A chant soon emanated from the partisan crowd. "We will walk, we will walk, we will walk, we will walk." After several minutes, Junior began to abuse the poor little green gavel again. Finally it gave up and snapped in two. This raised the chanting several more decibels. Junior always had very sensitive ears and finally put his hands over them. The angelic crowd took this act as a gesture of disdain and began to boo vociferously. Finally the bedlam weakened. Junior brought his hands down and picked it up again, and after several more of these vignettes, Junior was able to speak. "I think it all wonderful that you have such great concern for one another and are willing to listen to our side of our story. I realize it is the three of us versus 30 billion or trillion of you, but we all must remember where we came from. It's our God seated behind me who brought life to all of us and the one who sustains us. You've all witnessed Pops creating more and more space for all of us to live in and explore, and you've all witnessed his miraculous power. You all feel the Spirit's love. You all have my friendship. The vigorous jeering and booing now returned in earnest, and many in the crowd put their hands to their ears, mocking Junior. Luke watched intently as Junior continued to make a shambles of this meeting. Yulie kept smiling behind the hand that covered his mouth. Finally, they were getting somewhere. Gabe felt sorry for Junior and wanted to help him, but there was no opportunity. Any angel even remotely appeared to have sympathy for Junior would from then on be an outcast. Finally, Junior sat and threw up his hands. He turned to Pops, but in vain. Finally, Junior, in an almost inaudible voice, said, "Where will you go?" The entire throng realized he had said something, but none could make it out. Despite their animosity toward him, they in the main still respected him. "Speak up, please," Junior Bell said. "I said, where will you go?" "We have decided if you will not yield to our demands, we will all go and make a new life on G1313, Christiana said. She was seated next to Gabe, and Junior had noticed her before. Her voice was clear and firm. What Junior didn't know was that she had noticed him also. She was the executive secretary for the entire angelic community.